This is the question up to you. There's a rather new German platform called Online Film. And I think they were kind of similar to what we're doing. So artists or right holders can upload their films, and then also say what price it is for download, for streaming and so on. And as I understood, what they did, they invited, for example, the Short Film Festival of Oberhausen to create a program, because that was one of the questions: is how to find a film within the millions there, and how to find the right film, and then to pay, even if it's just 99 cents, if you don't know it yet. So is that something which you're doing as well? So to ask someone to create, to make proposals?
We are partnering with the Edinburgh International Film Festival. This year we have 90 films, 90 feature films and 30 short films. And from the analytical process we have, we're following Edinburgh, the executive organisation of Edinburgh Film Festival, the Centre of Moving Image. We're starting a new distribution platform, because we don't do a platform, they're going to do a platform where essentially they curate films based on audience demand and use their brand to then distribute out and communicate, because they have maybe during festival time about 700 to 720,000 unique visitors going to that website, so they'll be able to bring.
So they acquire the rights and then
yeah.
So they're non-exclusive or exclusive?
It's going to be interesting how that works out, because we're saying non-exclusive because just trust the filmmakers and trust the audience, and but
Any other questions? Perhaps we stay a little bit on this, how to find the pearls in the donkey. So we have on one side the film as the platform, on the other side the curated models. And you have this model of combining a short film with a long film. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
So as I said, well, I'm going to maybe show it, because it would be interesting if it's still possible. So the idea, I don't know if you know Jaco van der Maal, who directed many feature films in Belgium and was first of all a short film director. Well, I do exploit two of his films. We do exploit two feature films of him. So last time I've seen him, I asked him to get other those short films that nobody could see, and to propose them combined to a long feature film he directed. So for a few cents more, we'll propose this bundling of those two films. When, for example, you have, I speak about my director I know in my country, and that are really involved in the development of this initiative. The brothers Dardenne are really the two main leaders of the initiative when it began in 2008. They want to make this happen. So we have all of their films, except the last one, that I hope we will get later. And so we propose documentary short films they directed in the 70s and the 80s. We want to bundle them, and because of this new prize they won in Cannes, for example, we will reactualize their films and put them on the top of our selections. But I speak about two pretty well-known directors, but it can happen with anybody. For example, my cousin directed a short film. He won a prize in Cannes, his first prize in his life. And well, I proposed all of his short films he directed, and I put them on the top of the site. And those short films are not pretty good, but it's well, something I will ask Shay to understand his point of view, his dispositive, his manner to work with his actors, and it's really, we want to go really on the inside the subject of the film. We don't want to be just a platform that proposes films, but really to get in the films, to be able to speak to the most the people who like to go to cinema to see blockbusters, and to be able to catch them, but also to catch all those people who go to the cinema museum, that goes to festivals. So it's really, we want to be a really editorialized site. So. So it's editorialized, you will not be able to watch it from here. I don't know the technology that you use, but sometimes, you know, iTunes, if you pay with a card from Germany, a German card in Germany, and then you go with and you buy a few films, there's no problem. But you also can, with your card from Germany, go in Japan and pay the films on the iTunes store of German iTunes store and watch those films in Japan. Whatever, there is a distributor or right holders for those rights in Japan. So it's something that
you can't block that. But yeah,
it's not really geo-blocked. So it's as the geo-blocking is associated with the card. So it's something that we think on Eurobot is kind of weird. So
we're like against geo-blocking. We don't want to do it because we're saying you should make the rights available everywhere, and that's one of the big issues in piracy, is if you are looking at a film that you can't buy while you're tweeting and talking on Facebook with your friends in, I don't know, Hawaii, that can, you know, eventually people just go, what the hell, download it, you know, illegally. So I think if the industry wants to answer these piracy issues, it has to say stop preventing people watching films that they want to watch. Let them buy them.
well, here, for example, Le Cours en Nylon Short Film Festival in France, we will have a special page with all the films that are selected on this festival. So you see that the only advertising we make on our site will be always around festival. On their site, we propose, it's an exchange. I mean, they offer the advertising on their site, and in exchange we propose this advertising on ours. And it's always the only advertising we'll make. It's on partnership and around the cinema industry. So you see the world competition of short films. If I take, and there will be also a focus on the film of the day that is here in competition, for which we met the director and we wrote a little article. But it's also possible for anybody, like I said, to choose a film, and it's the importance of interact with our audience, with the persons who are watching films. For example, I take this film, No and Me, and I can directly say I like this film on Facebook. I can say I can partager, exchange, share, sorry. tweet. And when you watch the film, you can also say on Facebook you're watching it. You can write an article by yourself. So you can say this is really crap movie, and it will appear under the movie. Or you can, well, generally, we are not criticizing film, except on important festival. We'll do it during the festival. But for example, in Cannes, one of my colleagues didn't appreciate the film. He said it. But we'll never criticize, we are analyzing those films. Voilà. I think I made it to